What's up? We're here.
What is it?
We're here. This is off the trail, off the beaten trail, off the trail. We're going. We're here. I'm gonna try not to shake the table too much. We're here live now. Well, it's not live for you listening, but this isn't the first one we did, is it? We got a few done earlier. We kind of went way too off the trail those times.
Yeah.
Well, got a little too wild the first one, and the second one we had a guest who was uncomfortable with the things we were talking about. So now this is our third go, and we're just going to have to stick with it no matter what we say. So we're just going to try not to go too offensive or too controversial with anything we're saying. I mean, come on, we're not like some fucking wacky people. It won't be that difficult. So, what you been up to lately?
Just chilling. Just
chilling. Well, it's a lot of shit we're talking about today, I think. We kind of talked about some of the stuff we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we talking about some lizard people.
Yeah, dude. That's just so interesting. If it's like the dumbest thing and only the fucking stupidest people like actually believe in it. But at the same time, it's the funnest thing to look into and research because of people's bullshit. Like I sent him a video earlier of somebody videotaping Obama's Secret Service guy, which we'll pull that up here in a bit, but we can't even like do the audio because he's talking about like anti-Semitic shit in there. So it's like just keep the talk about this conspiracy in the realm of they're lizard people. Don't like delve into hating.
Yeah, they started saying all this extra stuff. I'm sitting here like I'm trying to hear about the lizard people. I'm not trying to hear about this extra stuff.
Yeah, talking about the banks and shit. It's like, all right, bro, pump the brakes a little bit.
I mean, it's like, I understand, like, you know, the bankers and stuff, like, you know, some sketchy stuff that might go on in that realm of society, but, like, I don't know, like, people try to be blaming one, like, religion of people or something. And
yeah, they get really anti-Semitic really fast.
Yeah. No wonder they shadow banned that.
Yeah.
It was impossible to find.
Yeah, we couldn't find any fucking videos of these apparent lizard people, which I remember, like 6 years ago, like that being all over YouTube. But they ban a lot of shit on YouTube. Yeah. Shout out to YouTube. We love you.
Yeah, I heard, you know, I don't know. I mean, what do you think about Mr. Zuckerberg?
Oh, dude. If the lizard people is real, there's no way he's not one.
Yeah, I mean...
And that's not because of his religion. It's
that was a new one I heard was Zuckerborg.
Yeah, he does seem weird.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know. I've heard something about, you know, some robot stuff going on, but, I mean, I don't really get into all that type of conspiracy crazy stuff.
I mean, maybe he's just, like, really, really autistic.
Possibly. Maybe he just needs a friend or something, you know. Maybe he's just scared.
But it's like, I know autistic people, and I have, like, autistic cousins and stuff, like, but they don't act like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he just, like, I don't know.
He doesn't have emotions.
I think that's, like, it's insensitive to all autistic people to say that he's autistic. Because
no, yeah, but I'm not trying to be like...
more like a robot.
It does. Yeah, I'm not saying autistic. But again, I don't think autistic people act like Mark Zuckerberg. I think he's just a weird fucking cat.
And see, I mean, I don't really think it's offensive to come to that conclusion because we can't really figure out what's going on with him. You know, like... Yes,
we're starting a petition to get Mark Zuckerberg to show us his non-genitals because he probably doesn't have any. He's a robot who doesn't have a penis. He looks like a Ken doll down there, or it's a lizard penis. We need to know.
Yeah, I mean,
that's our petition. Sign it immediately.
I mean, that might make the elites angry. You know what I'm saying? They might be like, "What are you saying?" Like
Biden to get on say, "We gotta stop talking about Mark Zuckerberg's penis, okay?" Because I remember when I was a kid, and there was a boy down the street. And we'd say, "Well, show us your penis." He literally fucking talks like an insane person.
Yeah, what's going on with Biden?
Like, I think he's got like Alzheimer's, man.
Yeah,
like he's got dementia or something.
I actually feel really bad for him, honestly.
No, yeah, like I voted for him, but I mean, what other fucking options do we have?
Did you vote for Hillary?
Fuck no, I was a Biden boy all the way through. I fucking Bernie, bro.
Yeah,
I was a Bernie bro, which I still love. Bernie.
I mean, he had some good ideas.
No, but Hillary Clinton's... Oof.
Yeah, I mean...
Her and Bill were... Okay. So, we're getting into off the trails. There's no way that her and Bill Clinton weren't hanging out at Jeffrey Epstein's island constantly.
And it's like, what do you think happened?
What do you think they did there? They didn't go there to just
people, there was conspiracy theorists talking about that like 10 years ago, and that was just absolutely crazy. Like, oh, no way. And then now it's out there, and everybody knows it, but guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody's done anything about it.
Well, how fucking quick did that not become news, the Jeffrey Epstein stuff? When he got caught, I was like, fucking bro, I've known this. Being in like going on Reddit and fucking 4chan and shit, which I just went there because I love all the conspiracy crazy shit, talking about how the elites are bullshit. But then, like, people knew about Epstein being a fucking piece of shit. He was a convicted rapist before that all happened.
Alex Jones was talking about that shit 10 years ago. And I was like, what? I was like, no way.
Alex Jones is bananas.
I was like, what? I mean, but
I love him.
If you've seen some of the documentaries, like, it's all like, there is historical facts that are put into a lot of it, you know, with how, like, the global, like, power structure and stuff. You know? But he is totally out of his mind when he's out there doing his thing. But like some of the documentaries are legit. But he was talking about that long time ago.
Point is, the Clintons were on Epstein's island. They were on Little St. James Island. What they were doing there, I don't know. But they definitely weren't there just to sightsee.
Yeah, and it's like with it. I mean, but that's like a part of the whole, like, you know, Hollywood. You know, the Hollywood and Washington D.C. like that's what they all do that. That's what they're all like. They're almost required to do that to get into positions of power. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know if they're lizard people. I just think that they're all just a bunch of Satanists.
I don't even know if that's true. I just think they're. I mean, this is supposed to be a funny podcast, so we're not going to get too serious into this. But
see, I mean, desecration of God.
Is
Satanism.
I think that what they do is they're rich people who, in the 80s and 90s, were doing I'd Why Shut parties, and now that's boring to them. Like swinging and having Hillary fuck the Prime Minister of Malaysia, which is mad, but I mean, like, instead of doing that, that's boring to them now. So what are the next thing is just being as depraved as fucking possible. I mean, I just think that that's naturally what happens. It's
I mean, and technically that is Satanism.
I mean, if you think about it, it's like it's natural for everybody. A guy, you know, if you eat too much, you just keep going and you keep eating more, or if you're like a drinker, you just become an even heavier drinker. Maybe. I mean, some people control it. I'm just saying it's natural for people who like fucked up shit to get into even more fucked up shit, and the elites have that money.
Yeah, and they have the power. They have the underground bases.
Yes,
and all that, you know.
And they're eating children.
I mean,
they're kidnapping homeless people and they're eating them. They're cutting off their wieners and they're making cocksicles out of their fridge. So then when Hillary Clinton comes back down from her fucking sex dungeon upstairs, she goes down to the freezer, she gets a little coxicle, starts sucking on it.
I mean, in China, if you like piss off the government, you know about the social credit score and stuff. If you piss off the government, they will like pick you up in a van and then harvest your organs.
Hell yeah.
Like, they will take your organs, keep you alive.
Well, most of mine are probably shit now anyway.
They will keep you alive and sell your organs in the black market.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, definitely my liver and kidneys are probably shit at this point, so they can keep those.
Yeah.
And I eat so much, probably my heart's not great. I have high cholesterol, I can imagine. But, yeah.
I mean, that's why, you know.
It might be racist to ask this, but do they still eat dogs in China?
I mean, probably. I mean,
would you eat a dog if you could?
I mean, if there was no other option. I mean, a dog would eat me, you know?
No, but I'm saying if you were at a market and somebody was like, here's some dog meat.
I feel like the only...
You won't get in trouble. It's just
I feel like if I was at the point where I had no other choice, I would, but I probably wouldn't.
You wouldn't just try it?
No.
I'd try it.
Probably wouldn't just go to it, you know, immediately.
What about people? Would you eat a person?
No.
I'd probably eat a person. But, like, again, I don't... Okay. We're a little off the trail, which is fine. But, I mean, if they were cool with it, if they had like an extra leg that they were, like, let's say somebody got in a car accident, they had to amputate the leg. Leg's fine. Doesn't have any like rod or nothing on it. He just had to get it cut off. And I asked him, can I get a slab of that just to taste? And he was cool with it. And they let me. I'd try to eat human meat. Maybe it's delicious. I mean, that might be a bad thing.
That's probably why people don't do that. It's probably so good. That's
so good, it'll fucking make you, turn you into Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
I guess I won't eat human.
Probably so good
It's probably so delicious.
It's probably
It has to be.
It's probably the best thing in the world. That's probably why nobody does it, because like it's gonna make everybody's problems much worse.
Is that one good?
No, that's stupid.
It's dumb. Okay. But, yeah, it's probably just really great. Really delicious. I can imagine. That's why people go to jail, is because they love human meat. I don't know. But I'm a culinary connoisseur, so I love food. Like nobody's business. Food's my fucking shit. So trying new food is fucking crazy. I think it's going back.
Oh, all the cameras are turning off.
Why the fuck are they doing that? This
I don't
one's
know.
still going like a champ. That one turned off?
Yeah, turned off again.
How do you keep it going?
I have no
Is
idea.
it out of memory?
No, I mean I thought I fixed that.
I guess we're down a camera then? Or 2 cameras?
Yeah, 2 cameras.
God damn, so you're just going to be looking at your mug this whole time?
I mean, might end up having to not use the cameras at all.
Okay. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the elites are lizard people. Let's get off that topic.
Yeah, can I have one of those?
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so other topics. I don't know. There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin shot a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
What did...
Oh, right there.
So have you heard the story about that?
Yes. Some of it.
You do?
Not,
Well,
not
for
all the way.
for listeners and viewers at home who don't know the story, Alec Baldwin shot a bitch on set. I think on accident. So what are your opinions? Do you think he should go to jail for that?
I don't know.
Because there's like a crazy amount of people that I've been reading online who think that he should face some amount of jail time just because of the fact that he wasn't using proper gun safety. But it's supposed to be a fucking prop gun.
Yeah.
He was just kind of wielding it, which he's not a fucking firearms expert. They
Yeah.
have an armorer
So
to make sure.
that is a good argument. I mean, it's hard to really know. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I can see both sides.
But if you're carrying around what sequentially should be like a Nerf gun version of a real gun,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would you like make sure that it's? I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's like, I feel like, I mean, if people are gonna like put a bunch of guns on a set, and then they're not gonna, there's safety experts that are supposed to check all that stuff. So it's like, it's kind of hard to just have all the blame on him for it, you know. But it's like maybe he should have had more safety as well. But it's like I don't think he knew, you know. It's like I don't think it was on purpose. So it's like if it wasn't,
That's like
on
Bruce
purpose,
Lee's son fucking shooting himself on set.
Yeah, didn't somebody shot him? Didn't they?
He shot himself.
Really?
But the reason why is because it was shooting blanks. He put it directly to his temple. And when you shoot a blank,
yeah.
it technically turns your skull into the bullet. So it fucking killed him, which is understandable. That's not the safety fault. I mean, somebody should have told him not to actually put it to his fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, maybe they did and he just didn't listen.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it's like, that reminds me of something. I actually know somebody, like, I actually did a podcast with somebody a couple months ago, and just last week they accidentally shot themselves in the leg, and they almost died. And they were in the hospital having like emergency surgery and shit. Makes me sick even thinking about. It's really sad. Like, it's like, you know, maybe that's like, you know, I mean, we could say a whole lot about, watch out, don't do that.
Shoulda,
like you
coulda,
should.
woulda.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but I heard like a story that I don't even want to say the story, but it was like, accidentally shot himself, went to the hospital, woke up, and I can't even say it. Can't even say it. Like, ooh,
Damn, it's somebody I know?
no,
Oh, okay.
no.
Well,
Yeah, that stuff sucks. Like, damn. See, this is getting me off the trail on some depressing stuff. I had a homie accidentally shoot himself in the head one time,
god damn.
and he died.
Fuck, man.
Yeah,
That's bananas.
he was only like, we were like 13. I was in like 7th grade.
Fuck.
Shot himself in the head, and like, people were there and they saw it and they were like, oh man. But anyways,
You're pretty close to like, okay, let's change the subject. So we're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, if you're not from here. We're 2 huge dick motherfuckers in the Tulsa scene, I think. I mean, he is. I'm not. I try not to be. I try to be elusive as possible because I feel like I don't think I'm an acquired taste. I just think that like if people see too much of me too often, I mean that just could be my own like insecurity. But I just kind of feel like I like it that I don't go out every fucking night, and it's just a once in a while people will see me, and once in a while. But I've been getting booked like a crazy a lot recently, which is a little irritating. Which I got my weekly show, which is in fucking Midtown, so there shouldn't like that's not it's not a downtown show that's like doing super well. It's just a Midtown show at Mama Sue's. If you're in Tulsa, come down there on Wednesdays. I have a variety show that I do for local rappers and comedians to show what they got. But yeah, like Thursday I got a show at First Shop, and I just did a show at First Shop, and then I'm gonna be at the Vanguard on Friday for Evan's show.
Really?
Doing a set there. And then I'm DJing for Kira Dawn for her like
On Saturday?
Yeah, on Saturday.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where's that at?
First Shop.
Yeah, so I'm back at fucking First Shop again.
I think I'll be there too.
I need to stop going to First Shop. I like First Shop. Go to First Shop. First Shop's an awesome place.
I can't believe they're doing like well, I won't say a rap show, but I mean they're doing like borderline rap show.
That's
at
a
First
rap
Shop.
show.
It's the first time they've done that in a very long time, from what I've heard. I've always wanted to perform there.
I don't know if they're doing it upstairs or like
downstairs.
outside. They're doing it downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be tight.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa!
I almost
it's gonna open up the door
for Arcadia. The last show that I did just the other Saturday, I did that outside, but it was still kind of nice weather. It's too fucking cold now.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see how
they should do a whole festival there. I heard one time they threw a rap show and it brought a crowd of people that started fighting other people. So then they stopped doing rap shows, is what I heard.
Hell yeah.
So this could really open up the door because, like, you know, there is that rowdy rap crowd, but there is like a good like portion of rappers out here that do bring a good audience, in my opinion. You know, I mean, maybe 50-50. But you said something about like being elusive, not going out so much. And honestly, I've been kind of the same. I don't really like going out that much anymore because it's like, I mean, I just don't see the point in going out so much. Like, you know, like I can go to these bars, we can go to, you know, Rabbit Hole or First Shop or something, and everybody's like, oh, what's up, what's up, what's up, you know, and it's like, that's cool for a while, but after a certain point, you're just kind of like...
Yeah, when you're going out like 4 times a week, 3 times a week. And I get that for new DJs, for new comics, for new rappers, you kind of want to be known in the scene.
Yeah, for the first year or two, and then after a while...
But for me, it's like, and you too, I mean, we've been doing this long enough to where it's like, people who need to know me know me.
Mm-hmm.
And people who don't need to know me still know me, they just don't see me too often, which is fine.
It's like they know how to reach out to us if they want to book us. And like,
exactly.
But see, so many times I went to Rabbit Hole and I was like, I don't want to go out there tonight. Or I was like, you know what, I'm going to go sit there by myself and I'm going to drink a beer after work. I go and do that, and then I get booked for a show. And I'm like, it just happens. And they're like, hey, you want to be on the show? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, or for me, it's like you go to a bar that you don't go to that often, and then all of a sudden it's the booking agent or their booking manager is asking for me to throw a show there, which throwing like an EDM like, you know, DJ show it's not that easy. I mean, first of all, you got to get a date set, and then you got to make sure the people who you want to also perform. Because I could do a show by myself, but I like variety. When I go out, if I go to a show, I want a show where there's going to be more than just one DJ all night.
Yeah.
But getting all that shit set up and making sure that everybody's like good for those dates is kind of a pain in the ass. Because sometimes people have, I mean, good DJs that I work with are usually booked up for a while, so I got to set it out enough, and then, you know, promotion's a pain in the ass, and, you know, getting people to come to shows that, you know, is also a pain in the ass.
Yeah, most definitely. And then, like, you would have, like, sometimes you have to book, like, 15 people on a show just for, you know, 50 people to show up. You know?
Well, I mean, I don't do that with DJs.
Oh, of course not.
There's
no way you could.
3 or 4 is my max for, like,
but
booking
when it comes
DJs.
to rappers and
rappers, definitely. And me DJing for rap shows is, like, I love doing it, and I love all the rappers I work with. It's just sometimes they'll, some of the rappers, I'll tell them before the show, look, this is kind of a professional show.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is you need to bring a flash drive so that I have your music, or you need to email it to me. They'll email a weird fucking attachment that is
Not compatible
for me to even download it off
Yeah.
of like Yahoo. So then it's like, okay, well this is you sent me a JPEG, like that's not a fucking music file.
They're like, hey bro, you go to aux cord.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna play an aux cord.
Like last minute, they pull up. And
I'll play it off
hey,
my
bro.
phone. Yeah,
Yeah, they're like, hey bro, can I email it to you right now? It's like I don't have Wi-Fi right now.
yeah,
What are
we're
you
at a
talking
fucking
about?
bar
For real.
in fucking east side of Tulsa. Come on, man. I
real.
told you a week in advance that
Exactly.
you need to bring a fucking flash drive so that I can have.
And then they have the audacity. Some of them have the audacity to get mad or something. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I even try
I'm the main person here. You know, like I'm the shit. Like
Yeah, they try to like flex and bow out their chest to me. It's like I've fucking,
You know how many shows I've done?
I've performed in fucking L.A., bro.
Do you know who I am?
No, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've used that once. I've used that on somebody once, and I felt bad after saying it. But I also did feel it felt pretty good.
I'm the exact opposite, where I'm like,
I am too. I don't do that.
I got
You know
in
what I'm
trouble, like not in trouble, but like somebody acted like they had beef with me because I guess I had met him before, or he knew of me and he thought that I should know of him. And I walked up to him at this club and I was like, oh, hey. And I knew the person he was there hanging out with, so I was talking to them. And then I said, hey, by the way, I'm Blake. I know who you are. Oh. Well, what's your name? He's like, whatever. And he's like, got all fucking pissy. And then somebody told me he fucking didn't like me and was talking shit. And I was like,
That's how it goes.
okay, man. Like,
music politics are weird.
sorry. And he's not even like a DJ. He's not a rapper. He's just some guy that like does some shit downtown that, again, it's like, I would forget half the people I meet because most people aren't that interesting. So, I mean, it's just kind of
Well,
sucked.
see, it's like I don't do that. I wouldn't do that to just like I don't know. I never do that. I would never want to do that to anybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, can I tell you the story real quick? It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
quick. So, you know, I mean,
Story time.
see, that's like that type of thing. Like that's just like being pretentious. That guy's just being pretentious,
Yeah.
or maybe I don't know.
That's
maybe,
the vibe I got.
Maybe both y'all were being a little, you know, like you know, or whatever. Who knows? I don't know.
But I introduced myself. I didn't say you should know who I am. That would be pretentious.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just saying I don't know how the vibe came off. I'm just saying I don't know because I
I
wasn't
think
there.
he was just being pissy. Yeah.
Probably. I mean, it's like I know how a lot of these people out here.
I think
are.
you know
It's
who
like-
it is too.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I know exactly who it is. But like I was at so we were throwing these party shows and stuff, like rapping and DJing and performing at these parties all the time for like every weekend, all the damn time we were doing this, and we were chilling at this spot. We were packing out the house, like 200 people in this little house. You know what I'm saying? It was lit. It was amazing. I loved it. You know, just and it was cold outside, but it was so warm. Literally, a guy walked in there and his glasses fogged up with how many people were in there. He's like telling us about it and laughing like, "Oh my gosh, it's crazy!" And everybody's always, "Oh, it's so crazy. This stuff's so lit." And then, because like Ye would always tell me these stories and shit and be like, "Oh man, it's like this and like that." And I'm like, no way, you're totally boosting that shit. And then I saw all this shit happen, and I was like, wow, dude, you were right. So then now, whenever I tell those stories, I sound just like him. But these parties were so lit, you know what I'm saying? And I literally was like the main act. Like we set up this whole like. We didn't provide the house.
It's
but
a great
we still-
feeling, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, like we're the main people, and it's like that never gets to my head. I'm always very nice, but I'm just sitting there I'm doing 10 things at once. I have a cast on my hand. My hand was broken. You know what I'm saying? That one doesn't even matter. I had the camera on my hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking around like getting stuff like, oh, he needs this, the DJ needs this, oh, and drink, and you know, running around doing all this shit. It's not like I'm just there like, oh, I'm performing, I'm the shit. I was putting in a lot of behind the scenes, like setting it up. So it's like I'm trying to navigate through all of these people in this house, and I'm walking through, you know, and then I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me. That's how I always am. Excuse me. I'm sorry, you know. And then literally, I say it 10 times when I'm walking through a crowd of people, just because I'm like, just to make sure everybody knows I'm like coming through. And this chick comes up to me, and they're trying to take a picture with her friends, and like, here, this is what you do. And she's talking to her friend, her homegirl, and then she grabs me, and then starts to like doing this, like pushing me around, like, you know, literally like grabs me by my jacket or my shoulders and like starts like pushing me out of the way. I was like, bitch, what the fuck? Do you know who the fuck I am? And then...
No, that's justifiable.
Yeah, then after that, I ended up performing and stuff. But then I was like, man, why did I say that, dude? Like, I felt like such an asshole. But I didn't know what else to say. Because I was like...
Justified.
It's like you get pushed around and bullied enough for your whole life. And it's like you just pop out with something, you know? But that's like my last resort. Because I'm so nice to people. But yeah, it was justifiable, but still, I felt like such an asshole. Like, I felt pretentious as shit, too, you know? Like that, you just don't say things like that.
I mean, you shouldn't feel pretentious
But she
about
was
that.
putting her hands on me, so I was like, you don't do that to me.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna piss off a lot of
Well,
people.
you should have put her in her place, man. You should have fucking knocked that bitch out. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, audience. I don't approve of assaulting women.
I mean, but see, that's an interesting topic to bring up, is because I've seen so many, like, you know, I mean, not that many, but I've seen a couple videos on YouTube or whatever where, like, you know, some Karen is in the wrong or whatever, and she comes up and tries to, like, punch some guy in the face or some shit, and then the guy hits her back, and everybody's like, well, actually, everybody's like, yeah, like, you know, there's your equal rights right there, you know what I'm saying, in the comments section. I mean, it's like you don't provoke it if you don't want it back, you know. It's like people have the right to defend themselves, you know. That we don't advocate for attacking anybody, you know what I'm saying, but I advocate for self-defense, you know what I'm saying. But I didn't feel it was necessary to defend myself.
No, she's just being a fucking cunt.
For real. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that to her though, because I still feel like an asshole for that, you know. But
well,
she knows who I am now.
Well, you know what? It was a well-kept secret until you told me on this podcast. So
I think it's a good story. I think
it is a great story. No, just some people are like that. I don't know what I mean.
And see, I feel like a lot of people walk around.
But that's
with
the thing
that
is, you don't
attitude.
do that. Like, you never did that to me when, like, we first met and, like, we're hanging out and stuff. You never were like, yo, I'm so fucking cool. Like, you're humble and I respect that. But, I mean, I hope that I was never like that to anybody, because it's like, I have done a lot of shit in Tulsa, and I've thrown some fucking pretty great parties. Mm-hmm. And I've done some really good sets. I mean, I played at, like, festivals, and I've, you know, opened for pretty big people in the past, but, you know, I never felt like I needed to, like, boast about that kind of shit.
Because it's about, like, the craft, and it's like, yeah, it's exhilarating, like, being able to do a lot of things and go out and feel important and stuff, but it's like we kind of try to hold that within ourselves and not make it an extroverted thing where we have to let everybody know how fucking cool we are and be like, oh man, I'm the shit. It's like, I know you said a few times where you're like, I'm God or whatever, but it's like, that's to me, that's like, it's like more in a joking manner, or if you do feel that way, like, that's okay, because you don't act like that to everybody else. You don't treat people like shit.
And that's almost like a character, I mean, more than anything else, just that, like, overconfident, like, I mean, you've seen my fucking Facebook page full of, like, thirst traps and me, like, posting, like, Michelangelo and shit, and, like, you know, I just love that character of the public persona, because I mean, I do love myself, but my public persona thinks I'm fucking God, which I don't think that. I've suffered through depression my whole entire fucking life.
Yeah, so we have to tell ourselves something to make ourselves feel good.
Yeah, and even if I mean, like, I think I'm hot shit, but at the same time, it's like, but you're hot shit that's done what with his life? Mm-hmm. You got to be real sometimes and be like, well, maybe one day I'll be great, but it's like, I'm breaching on 30 now. What the fuck have I done with my life to be able to have a good job, I guess, and, like, I've done okay financially, and I, like, you know, I'm a good guy that doesn't have a police record or anything, and I don't, like, fucking go around hurting and
and we feel
shitting on people and, like, assaulting people, or, you know, like, I don't fucking do anything that's morally reprehensible in my life. I guess that's my biggest flex that I can have right now.
Yeah, so there's things that, like, it's like we always feel like we can do better. It's like there's things that we can doubt ourselves on or say I could do better, but there's also the things that we know that was like, well, I'm not like a horrible person or something, you know what I mean? But if however we get our confidence, if we're like, you know, I'm great, I'm amazing, or I'm godlike, or whatever it is, you know, as long as it's not affecting other people negatively. Like, a lot of these people walk around with that aura of, like, I'm better than everybody else. And it's
and that guy we were talking about earlier, I mean, that guy definitely has. I didn't even know him before that point, and then hearing that he was like offended that I acted like I didn't know him, which I wasn't acting. I didn't fucking know who the fuck he was. So
Yeah, and it's like he just expects you to know because.
and then I mean, of course, after I hear that he's like acts like he had beef with me because he was pissed off. Somebody's like, he's pissed off that you didn't know him or you acted like you didn't know him. I was like, I didn't act like I didn't know him. I didn't fucking know him.
Yeah.
So then I went on his Twitter and dude's fucking constantly smelling his own ass and fucking loving it. I mean, that's just the kind of
That's
fucking
hilarious.
vibe I get from him, is that he's just constantly walking around.
I mean, that's.
Whatever. I
yeah,
mean, we're in fucking Tulsa, Oklahoma. This isn't the Bronx in fucking 1993.
Exactly.
I mean, we're all kind of at the base level of trying to get ourselves recognized and known, and the music scene that's fucking difficult. And especially when we're in like Southern or like Midwest South, whatever the fuck Oklahoma is classified as, that's a mystery in itself. That's how
for
fucking
real, I can't figure that shit
that's
out
how
either.
fucking obscure Tulsa, Oklahoma is like the Midwest is like no, and the South is like oh
Yeah,
hell
we're like
no.
right in the middle. Yeah, we centralize. It's like we're not. It's like Oklahoma doesn't even really have its own identity. I mean,
Yeah,
to
we're
me,
just in the middle of nowhere.
Oklahoma is the off-brand Texas, but at least we're not Kansas.
We're not Alabama.
Yeah,
or
that's true.
Georgia. Or Florida,
Or
for God's sake.
Arkansas.
Yeah, fucking we're not the South, so
Yeah.
I can take pride in that. We're also not boring ass Midwest.
Yeah.
I love Tulsa because it's like it's nowhere, but for us it's the center of everything.
It's a little
center
bit,
of the universe.
It's
We're
a little bit of something and nothing.
yeah. You know, that's empowering in and of itself. So
And I
if
feel
you're a
like-
listener from Oklahoma, take pride in that from Tulsa.
For real.
Tulsa's awesome. OKC's all right, but it can suck my ass because Tulsa's better.
Yeah, Tulsa's way better. Everybody knows that.
We got a better art district. We got a better fucking art scene. We have a better music
We
scene.
got better people.
Better people. Yeah, it's like I got fucking mugged in OKC, so it's like OKC can't be that fucking great.
For real.
Never
yeah.
been mugged in fucking Tulsa. A lot of homeless people ask me for money in Tulsa, especially
Oh, yeah.
downtown, but I mean, hey,
Just wait till you go to Dallas.
yeah. Bro, I've been. That fucking...
It's scary out there. But yeah,
Do you have a vacation spot you like to go to?
vacation spot.
Yeah, you go to vacation ever?
I mean Sedona is cool. Arizona. I mean, you know.
I like to go down to
Albuquerque, cool.
Galveston. That's my spot.
Oh yeah.
Little island culture without it being an island.
Fayetteville, Arkansas, pretty good too.
Fayetteville's nice.
Lot of chicks out
There's
there.
for everybody at home, there's a comedian, Jerome Dabney, goes by J-Dab. Great comedian. For a while, we were going down to, I think, Fayetteville. And we were doing comedy sets there. That was fucking... I miss those days. Because I am a comedian. I'm also a DJ. You know, sex connoisseur, food enthusiast. You know, just big dicked warrior, all in general. A little bit about me. We should have opened up with talking about ourselves. I feel
Yeah,
like...
we didn't even say our names in the
Yeah,
beginning.
I'm Blake Dyer, by the way.
And I am J. Rob the Law.
Mm-hmm.
And we are at our 33-minute mark.
Fuck yeah.
So since we didn't put it in the intro, I guess we'll put it in the outro.
Put it in the outro.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's a good wrap. I think that's a good episode.
All right, Off the Trail, number 1.
Number 1, lost episodes may be coming soon. Who knows? Stick around.
Subscribe to the channel.
So subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
We'll have a TikTok or some shit like that. Whatever the kids like these days.
Yeah, check out the next one.
Check out the next one.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.